Hello, everyone. I wanted to talk to you about the fact that you shouldn't listen to most writing coaches, at least in my opinion. Now, I'm not going to say all writing coaches because they're all a little different, but I honestly believe that most writing coaches aren't helpful, mainly because that if you listen to most writing coaches, they'll act like they have the key to success. But in reality, they have usually produced very little writing of their own. They've become successful not through writing, but from basically claiming that they can help other people write, even though they haven't proven themselves. And so they become famous or successful because they're writing coaches, not because they've actually proven themselves in the field of writing by writing novels or stories in other areas. And now, what they'll say, what the writing coach will say, is that writers, successful writers, they don't know how to teach because a lot of successful writers write intuitively, and therefore they can't pass on their skills to others. And it's true, just because someone is a great writer, that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll be a good teacher. But at the same time, one has to have both skills. One has to be able to write well, but you also have to be able to communicate those skills well to others. And so, if you're lacking in one of those areas, if you haven't proven yourself as a writer, then you really shouldn't be teaching others because in many cases you don't know what you're talking about. And so, many of these writing coaches simply haven't proven themselves. They have no skill whatsoever, and also they usually tend to speak in very black and white terms about you shouldn't do this, do this, don't do this. When in reality, writing is an art form, and there aren't any hard do's and don'ts. And so I don't like writing coaches because they tend to speak in very black and white terms. And in fact, one of the problems with a lot of self-help coaches, whether it's writing or how to get a date or something else, is the fact that in many cases it's about conforming to either what the writer thinks is what a success. I mean, either what the coach thinks a successful person should look like, or what they think society thinks success should look like. So, it's not about manifesting your potential as an individual. It's more about conformity and saying, well, if you want to succeed, then you need to conform to society or these standards. It's not about nourishing you as an individual. It's about conformity. And I think the best writing coaches teach, well, here's how you can succeed in spite of society or the obstacles, not to give in or conform to that. Because success really isn't worth having if you have to give up all of your individuality. So that's why I don't like most writing coaches and most self help coaches in general.